He was terrified of fireworks. Yet on the loudest nights of the year, he chose to leave the safety of his home. Not to run away, not to escape, but to protect a mother and 4 tiny lives that had no one else. This is the story of a Labrador who showed the world what true compassion looks like. It all began with one unnoticed moment. One afternoon, a Labrador named Max accidentally slipped out of his family's house in a quiet suburban neighborhood. His parents panicked at first, but Max returned a few hours later, unharmed. They thought it was just an accident. But from that day on, Max learned how to leave the house whenever his family was away, or when the house was asleep. They didn't realize it then, but Max wasn't wandering. He wasn't just curious, he had a destination. And he had a raison d'être. As December approached, the neighborhood slowly grew louder. Fireworks began popping in the distance, first occasionally, then more often. And every time Max heard a bang, his body would stiffen. He would pace the floor, hide under tables, and tremble uncontrollably. Max was terrified of fireworks, yet somehow, on those same nights, he would quietly leave the house. Despite his fear, Max would run through busy streets, dodging cars, flashing lights, and kids setting off fireworks in every direction. Each explosion sent shockwaves through his chest. Every sound made him want to turn back. But he never did. At the edge of town stood an abandoned construction site, long shut down, fenced off, forgotten. A section of the gate was broken just wide enough for a dog to slip through. Inside the site was a dark, storm-drained storage area, and that's where Max always went. Because inside that cold, concrete space was a stray female dog, curled tightly around her for newborn puppies. She was thin, shaking, and terrified. The fireworks echoed through the pipes and walls, magnifying every sound. When Max arrived, he approached slowly. He gently licked the mother dog's face as if to say, "You're not alone." Then, one by one, he licked each of the 4 puppies. Finally, Max lay beside them. He pressed his body against theirs, becoming a living shield. He used his warmth as comfort. He used his presence as protection. Even though he was scared, Max felt peace, because his fear now had a purpose. Night after night, during weeks of fireworks, before Christmas, all the way to New Year's Eve, Max returned. He never missed a night when the explosions filled the sky. Until one morning, his owners noticed something was wrong. Max was gone. They searched the house, the yard, the streets. After hours of panic, they finally saw him walking back through the slightly open gate. "Where were you hiding?" his owner asked softly. "You're so scared of fireworks." Max didn't respond. He just lowered his head. They fed him. He ate quickly, but something felt strange. Suddenly, Max grabbed a piece of meat in his mouth and bolted toward the door. "Max, they..." shouted. He paused, turned his head, and looked at them as if asking them to follow. This time, they did. They followed Max through the streets, past the traffic, until he reached the abandoned construction site. He slipped through the broken gate. His owners followed, and there, they finally understood everything. The mother dog, the 4 puppies, and Max lying beside them, guarding them like family. That was when it all made sense. Why Max kept disappearing. Why he carried food. Why he faced his greatest fear over and over again. Without hesitation, they gathered everyone. They brought Max, the mother dog, and her puppies home. From that day forward, the house was louder, messier, full of tiny paws and restless nights, but it was also fuller with life, warmth, and love. And when New Year's fireworks finally lit up the sky again, the mother dog didn't shake. The puppies didn't cry, because they were no longer alone. They were safe together, inside a home that compassion built. True courage is not the absence of fear, it is choosing to care despite fear. Sometimes, the greatest hearts belong to those who never speak. Would you face your greatest fear to protect someone else? How far would compassion take you? Thanks for watching.